Hi, this is Aptamer with the Bulletin Board Heroes here at Zacks Traders Cafe for Friday the 26th of April. Starting off with the FTSE 100, where we've been in this rising trend channel since December. Floor of the channel there level with the 50-day moving average around 78.30. Above that, we're looking at the top of the channel, heading as high as the 8200 plus area at the moment. That channel top there towards 82.30. On a bigger picture, we have been looking for 8500 at the top of that rising trend channel from 2007, expecting that by the end of June as a modest or conservative time frame. If you're a fan of the market and looking for the best scenario, then it would be the top of that red rising trend channel from 2020, heading up to the 95.50 area, maybe as an end of year target if we get really lucky with the market. But 8500 while we're above the 7800 zone is the best that we are thinking of at the moment. On to the DAX, and here market rehabilitating itself, bouncing off the floor of that rising trend channel yesterday, and another bear trap rebound from below the 50-day line, 17,800. Above that, we are looking for this market to head up to the top of the rising trend channel, 19,000 plus, by the end of next month. Obviously, the initial target here, 18,500, and the highs of the year to date. West on the downside, expected to be on the right side of 17,500. Moving along to the Dow, and here you can see that we've had an attempt to break out of the wide channel that we've now got this market in. I suppose exactly where that lower line is a matter of contention, but obviously the market's telling us that it's somewhere around 37,800. Above the recent support area, so 37,600, looking at the 50-day line there, 38,800 or so. But the Dow in a rather difficult position at the moment after the double top that we had last month. On to Bitcoin, and here also things are getting slightly trickier. We've got a block of resistance now, that March resistance line there, and the 50-day line, 67,500. Below that, we've got the risk of 60,000 and maybe even 57 or 58,000 to be factored in. The longer it takes to get through that barrier near 67,000, the greater the chance of a rug pull below 60,000 to get rid of the weak hands over the last couple of months, and then we can head higher. Still hoping for 80,000 by the end of next month at the top of that rising trend channel from October. On to gold, and here some of the shine has come off this market, but still within what looks like a decent wide rising trend channel there, the floor of the channel there around the 2300 level, and above that we're still looking for 2450 or even up to 2550 at the top of that channel by the end of next month. But the key here is staying on the right side of 2300 and the RSI remaining on the right side of neutral 50 versus 58 at the moment. Onto the stocks, and not as many as you might expect given the FTSE being at record highs. Starting off with Aptamer, which is a bear trap gap reversal. In fact, it's a double gap there, double gap bear trap, if that makes any sense. Rising 50-day line here, initial target here up to the 1 penny area, and then after that probably looking to the 200-day moving average, currently around 1.25. By the end of next month is a best case scenario target there. Next up is Block, which for a change has gone up and stayed up, which is quite a relief. It's been quite a journey, as you can see from the left-hand side of the chart. Initial targets here, obviously the old October 22 resistance zone, 2.25, 2.3 pence. We're looking for that by the end of next month while we remain above the post-May resistance, 1.5 pence. On to a stock which is leaving the market, and it's quite ironic that companies leaving the market seem to see a final spurt of energy on the upside just before they go. Could it be people covering their shorts, the same people who have kept the shares in the bin for so long and then force the company to leave the market? Bear trap gap reversal there for C4X, and I suppose if we were still going, if we're still trucking here, you'd be looking for a rally towards 14 pence, but I suppose though those days are gone. On to Cobra, which is one of those rare companies where a fundraise has seen the share price rise, rising trend channel base here from last June, top of the channel there at 1.5 pence, and looking for that perhaps by the end of next month if we remain above the 0.9 pence area, obviously a bit early days to assume that we're just going to rally straight from the fundraise time. On to Eco Atlantic, where was nudged into looking at the shares. The key here is that we stay above the December floor there, around 8.9 pence above that, looking for 11 and a quarter or maybe 12 pence by the end of next month. The ideal scenario is that we don't fall back below the 50-day line at 9.4 pence. Stock which I covered, I think, a couple of days ago, Funding Circle here. Beautiful turnaround with that bear trap gap reversal that we had from March. The consolidation and then the second leg higher. The current view is that above the latest gap there, 56 pence, we're looking for the upper parallel target of that we originally had, which is up to 71 pence, hopefully over the next couple of weeks or sooner. Moving along to Galileo, where we're looking for the big breakout here through that resistance line in place since back at the end of 2022. Still 1 and a quarter pence or 1.2 pence level to beat. If we can do that, then we're expecting quite a big breakout up towards 1 and 3/4 pence and that late 2022 resistance line projection. The other positive at the moment, which is hopefully going to help, the way the 50 and 200-day lines are both rising. So that suggests that we're a week or two away from a golden cross, and the run-up to that tends to be the strongest part of the cycle. On to Inspired Energy, which has hit our initial target there, around 82 pence. That leaves us looking for a fresh target now, which would be the line that I'm drawing there from back in July last year, heading for 105, and maybe that could be seen by the end of next month if we are lucky with that. The key here is staying above the initial 2024 resistance at 78. It's above 78, looking for 105, whether it's next month or after that. On to Maytech, and here you can see that nice consolidation above the 200-day line there, 12 and a quarter pence. We've had a bear trap island reversal, so gapping down and then gapping up, which is one of our more reliable signals. Initial target here, 16 pence, hopefully over the next week or so. Bigger picture target up to 22 pence, maybe by the end of next month or after that. Moving along to Oracle Power, which had decent news this week regarding the situation in Pakistan, one of its projects there. Here we're up 20%, which is a decent move, and comes after the bear trap from below the now rising 50-day moving average at 0.26. Looking for the shares to get up to 0.44, perhaps, by the end of next month, near that 200-day moving average, which is lurking at the top of the screen. Next up is Phoenix Copper, where I may not be the only one looking for a big bit of news to boost the share price. Here you can see the shares have been rising on rising against a rising 50-day moving average. And they've also hit our initial target there around 13.5 pence, above 13.5. Looking for 18 or 19 pence by the end of next month. Obviously, that doesn't include potential news or funding news coming through. Moving on to Panther Metals, and here, great to see the shares finally go up and stay up as well, with Darren Hazelwood doing his thing. Here, our initial target was 4.6 pence, the next target there, 6 and a quarter pence by the end of next month, or hopefully much sooner than that. We've also had a golden cross in the last day or two there between the 50 and 200-day lines, helping the cause there at Panther. On to the last two. First one is Tungsten West, which has been championed here quite happily over the recent past. What's helped this week is in the last week is the golden cross. We've got a V-shaped bull flag, as I call it, and basically looking for the shares to hit up to 9 pence or over the next week or two. Let's give it a bit more time. Ideally, we stay on the right side of 5 pence. Returning to one of the stocks, one of the few stocks I look at from other markets, i.e. foreign climes. Here we've got Pulsar Helium, which has been one of the massive successes in the helium space, with a rising trend channel here and a rising 50-day line around the $1.06 area. The longer we stay above that 50-day line, the greater the chance of a retest of $1.70, the peak from last month, hopefully by the end of May. That's it for me today. More updates over the weekend.